What's this, G? What are you doing inside Elland Road in the interview part, like, area? I don't know. Maybe I finally got the green screen working? Come on! Hey everyone, and welcome back to Life at Leeds with me, GW365, with, like, no background behind me. You can't see the dishwasher anymore. I forgot, we called it Wallace the washing machine, didn't we? So I'm absolutely buzzing my tits off. So, yeah, fantastic. We can actually try and progress a little bit, hopefully, in terms of what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm really excited to move this forward. The one downside is I'm having to go back to the camera that's a 720 because that's the only way I seem to be able to figure out how to get the green screen to work. So that's the one downside. But yeah, otherwise, very exciting stuff. And today we've got a game against, I completely forget, but we'll have a look now because we can see how we've been getting on. Celta Vigo and Southampton for the return of Ronaldo Vieira. As you can see there, after we drew 2-2 against Anathorse, I want to say that's how you say it, I think that's how you say it, we had an emphatic 6-1 win at home against Stoke City, and then followed that up with another emphatic win, this time at home against Liverpool. I was absolutely buzzing with that result. But then we came back down to earth with a 2-1 away defeat at St James's Park against bottom of the league Newcastle, and that really was a pain in the dick. But we're hoping to avenge that today with 2 home games, one against Vigo in the Europa League. This is arguably our hardest game in this competition so far in terms of the group stage. Got Ludogorets as well, of course. But then hopefully we can follow that up with a decent result against Southampton, because as it stands, we are currently 7th in the league. Obviously it's early days, but we'll just have to push on and try and get back up the table. Obviously we had the poor start, we lost his first 2 games of the season, we were bottom of the league, but it looks a lot healthier now. Right, before we did anything else, I look at Celta Vigo's team. Have a look at this goal. Bang. Pick that out. I'm looking at for the wrong camera because it's not there anymore. But fantastic goal, really, to be fair. Now, before we do actually look at the teams, just a couple of things I want to say. One is thank you very much for all your support on the fail of the month / fortnight / week, because that's what it's going to eventually be, fail of the week. It was submission based, how many I got to how often I do it, and I've ended up with quite a lot of submissions. And yeah, I just want to thank everyone who has submitted and supported it so far, because I've had an absolute ball when I've been editing it. It's been a great laugh. Otherwise, it's a bit of a pet peeve, really, of mine, really. It's just like, some of you might do it, and if I do offend you, then I do apologise in advance. Went down to a 7-Eleven version of like a supermarket that rhymes with Bresco, and earlier on, and I'm there just queuing. It's like it's like that to queue, right? So it's like a bit like an L shape that continues, right? And some gimp with no top on, because the sun's out, guns out apparently, but it's on rollerblades as well, right? And I'm there, I'm queuing, and he just goes straight past me, barges me out. Well, felt like barging me out of way. Could have chinned him, not bad. He looks like he could have been about like pushing my age, big beard. It's like, what are you doing? You're nearly old enough to be my dad. Well, maybe not my dad, but someone's dad, and you just knocking past people like you don't give a shit about what people think. One thing that really annoys me is people with a lack of manners. He could have said excuse me, he could have said sorry, because he wasn't pushing in, he was just trying to get past. But at the end of the day, there was other routes he could have taken, and he went through the hardest one and just didn't have anything. But yeah, stop whining, G, you're a fanny, get on with the game. Yeah, Celta Vigo are managed by Eduardo Berizzo. Looks decent. Not really amazing, but decent, if I'm being completely honest. The captain and key player is Andrew Fontas. Good name. And you know what? What a play for passing the ball out of defence. 17 passing. Not the best physically, but otherwise is pretty good. Heading's a bit weak. So yeah, not overly concerned, if I'm honest. And the vice captain is Sergio Alvarez, who's Alvarez, who's the goalkeeper. Just gonna have a drink here. Probably the worst thing I can have because it'll make me burp. Again, physically not very good, but decent all-round game. Otherwise, positioning could be a little bit better, but I'm not going to complain. Hopefully, we can do a number on him and get back into like the lead in this group, because as it stands, we're second after drawing as opener. And we're going to be going with the strongest team possible, which is this. It's Rajkovic in goal. We're going to have Campos at right back, Gea at left back, with Nguene and Veltman in the middle of defence. We're going to have Lerma and Father Gabriel in the middle of the park, with Mateus Pereira on the left, and Eunice on the right, who's started to pick up some form, and Isaac alongside Cheeky Nando's up top. Graf has got injured and he's only just come back, so he's on 75% fitness. Not going to risk him just yet, but otherwise, you know, got Zach Clough, the ever reliable. Oh, one thing I do want to say as well, thank you very much for the people who actually said who to sell. The most votes were for me to sell Jordan Larson. I didn't really want to sell any of them, to be honest with you, but I just thought I might be able to raise some money and then buy someone else to boss the midfield. That's where I think we're severely lacking. But yeah, thank you very much for your submissions, and apologies to Martino Got Game, because I know he was not pleased about selling him. But anyway, he's a bit of a legend for him on his save. You should check him out. He's got a Leeds save going at the minute. Today's game is brought to you live from Elland Road. It's Leeds United FC against RC Celta Vigo. So I'm actually going to put a little bit of pressure on the players in this game, and I'm going to say I expect nothing but a win, purely just to try and get us back into contention, really, because we could end up, you know, faltering, really. We've got a nervous player in the shape of Jose Gea, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, we're going to try and get into this game, try and do something about it. And I'm going to try and apologise where I can, because I've got hay fever and it is really affecting me right now, and I really want to sneeze. But I'm fighting it, and hopefully it's going to piss off, which thankfully it has. So that's a great opener to the game. Right, early highlight, 3 minutes in. It's headed away by Was. I'm going to say Was. Lerma skips by his man and finds Eunice. Chips it across. It's a bit of a mistake there. It finds its way with Victor Ibarbo, the former Torino man? No. Cagliari man. Former Chileno, used to be like in charge of the club when he was there. I think he went to Roma, I want to say. And when I thought he was going to cock up again there, Hassan, who we were heavily linked with at one point. Never even looked at him before. Rajkovic is playing FIFA. Come all the way out of his area, but it's a loose ball. And Campos is playing Nando's. It's another mistake. You've got to square it there. You've got to sweaty goal it there. And he hasn't, and he's just passed it basically to Sergio. Good man. Right, oh, got a free kick right in the edge area. It's smashed into the wall. Has another goal. He scored. Come on, Pereira. I was going to say it's been a very eventful game so far. No, it hadn't been another highlight up until this point, but thankfully, Pereira gets a second bite of the cherry and makes it 1-0. Come on, boys. Yeah, just smashes against, I want to say Hassan's face, and somehow he didn't even flinch. Must be like Dolph Lundgren or something. Right, so it's another chance just before half-time. Veltman plays it down the line towards Campos, and he's ended up losing that to Sarabia, who I think I was looking at one point as a striker. It's complete forward. He's recovered well, but then just gives it up. Cheers, Campos. Good man. There you go. 1-1. It's a good job it's not away goals, isn't it, at this point? But yeah, that's a bit of a setback, if I'm being completely honest. Shocking here. I mean, he wins the ball and then just jogs the other way. Yeah, see you, mate. Yeah. See you next time. Yeah, terrible. Hassan thinks he's Michael Jackson. Can't see my hand anymore. There we go. Right, I did say that I was expecting a win, and we're not winning. So, I'm not happy. Greenery all around. Not happy with Jerome Nguene, and now he's motivated. So, come on, boys. Let's try and sort them out now in the second half, because, come on, this is like effectively our strongest side. Right, now it's Pereira. Pereira knocks it forward for Isaac. Isaac in a crossing position. Can he whip it in? He can't. Cheeky Nando's gets it in there. Gets the old peri-peri chicken on the end of it, and I don't even know what I'm saying there, but anyway, good finish. Pereira there, chipped it through. Isaac peels away from his man. Again, whips it in. There he is, the assist machine again, once more. I think he got the most assists for us last season, and he's continuing in a similar vein. Mateus Pereira with the corner, whips it towards Lerma, heads it back across goal, and Nguene makes it 3-1. Come on, boys, 2 goals in 2 minutes. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, just got it here, Pereira. Whipped it in. Lerma towards the back post, beat like 3 players if you include Veltman, and Nguene on hand with his forehead. not so much on hand, on his forehead, to head it home. Right, another highlight straight after Rajkovic. Are we going to run riot here? Veltman squares it to Nguene, a little bit nervous then for me, a little bit, but now it's Nando's. Cheeky Nando's finds Isaac, back it goes to Lerma, hit one, or force wide, whatever. Yunus, he'll hit one, no he won't, he'll give it Cheeky Nando's, oh Sergio just goes, and that somehow saves the ball. Right, Pereira with a resulting corner whips in another one. We scored on the last one and we nearly scored again. Sergio with an acrobatical, pop-lyrical, public enemy number 1. I don't know what I'm saying. Save. And it's another corner this time, headed away, but Cheeky Nando's will pick up the loose ball. What can he do now? Can he whip it in? He can smash it into the face of the defender. So I'm just bringing on Kyle Watford and Muniz, who's been the poorer of the two wingers, and Anthony Greens is going to come on for Father Gabriel, the local boy, coming on to try and help us in our pursuit of more goals. Yeah, this will be a massive result for us in terms of the group. What the hell was that, Gaya? I'm sure I just saw you do a spin. Oh, what a ball from Green to Cheeky Nando's. Hit it, mate. I'll go wide, cross it in. Body's in the box. It's headed away only as far as Campos. First time ball to Lerma. Lerma hits it from distance. It hits the post. And it comes back and it's cleared away. Yeah, be a massive result for us this if we can win it. I think we'll finish up top of the league. Or top of the group, should I say. As we have another highlight. Green finds Lerma. And then finds what, a little bit of space. Chips it forward towards Isaac. Isaac's movement is good, but not quite good enough. Because he's not strong enough to hold him off and get the ball. But Drazic now plays it down the line to Hassan. Hassan now on the right hand side. He's in the crossing position. He's not really got any options in the box. And Gaya robs him of the ball. And plays it square to Nguene. All the way back to Rajkovic now it goes. And he's coming out as though he's playing FIFA again and chips it forward to Pereira. What a delightful ball to Watt that is. Crossfield ball. And Watt has a shot near post. Sergio with a great save for so many reasons, John. Because I don't know if you remember that, like on FIFA. I mean, I'm going back quite a number of years here. FIFA 98. You had John Motson and Andy Gray commentating together, and it's like they never commentated together in their lives, like ever. So I always found it funny, like as years gone by. But yeah, Watt has a chance maybe to score. No, he's going to get tackled instead. Yeah, shut up, G. Talk about here and now. That's like 19 years ago. I just literally brought on Zach Clough. I forgot to make the other sub. If he scores here, then it'll be deemed like a master class in management, but no, it was just a time wasting sub in the end. But yeah, fantastic result. Can't really grumble at all in the slightest. It puts us in the driving seat, I believe. Like I said, it'll put us top. It does indeed. By the 1 point, Ludogorets are next in the group. I think we have to play them twice in a row, I think, if I remember rightly, but in terms of the European competition. But now we're going to go ahead and get into the Southampton game and welcome Ronaldo Vieira back to Elland Road. Right, so we are back for the Southampton game. Southampton are 12th in the league, and they've got good old Alex Neil, who I know a lot of Norwich fans are very fond of, D-Jam. And yeah, as you can see, tactical knowledge 11 leaves a lot to be desired, doesn't it, really? But otherwise, you know, coaching-wise is not bad, and the rest of his mentals aren't too bad, obviously, apart from physiotherapy. But yeah, he's average, isn't he, really? Captain is Jack Wilshere. Or to quote Lucky Ducky, Jack Wheelchair. Very good player, just the most injury-prone player known to man, worse probably than Darren Anderton. So yeah, he's the captain. Dusan Tanic is the vice-captain, 31 years of age now. Pretty sure he used to start. No, he didn't play for Man United. I'm thinking of someone else. But anyway, still a very handy player, either-footed, could be dangerous. Lewis Schaub is the key player, and I know about this guy mainly because Martinho got game. I know he's got him in his Leeds team on his Leeds save. Let's check it out. I've already done it twice. That's 2 shout-outs I've had for you now, Martinho. There you go. Very good player, otherwise, as you can see there. Only just joined from Sassuolo. Starts for Rapid Vienna. SK Rapid Vienna. So yeah, that is them. We're going to line up with Rajkovic in goal, with Big Ken coming in at right back, because obviously Frown is still injured long term. Got De Silva coming in at left back. Nguene and Veltman continue in the middle of defence. They're the only real proper fitness concerns I've got, really. But I'm going to play Big Ken at right back. Lerma and Green in the middle of the pack. So Lerma keeps his place. Green just comes in for Father Gabriel. And then we've got Watt on the left, Ericsson on the right, Clough and Cheeky Nando's up top. I'm hoping for a big performance from Clough, really. He's not really started as well as he could have done, albeit he's only had the one start so far. But as you can see, he's got a 6.53 average rating so far, which is not good enough. Today's game is brought to you live from Elland Road. It's Leeds United FC against Southampton FC. Right, so I would normally go for the pick up where you left off last time, but we actually lost to Southampton last time out. I believe we were at home as well. So it'd be nice to put that right. Let's get out there, let's kick some ass, let's get some revenge, and show Ronaldo Vieira who's boss. That's even if he's playing. Well, I'll keep an eye out for him and see if he's actually against us. Right, so we get the game underway. I just saw that the stadium is missing a corner. I'm not entirely sure. I thought I remember setting up some stadium expansion, but I might have done, can't remember. But Chicken Andos has a cheeky little header at Zoet, but he was equal to it, so nothing really to worry about. And it appears at first glance, I think I have much of a chance to have a look, but it looks like Vieira's not even in the starting lineup anyway, so he might be on the bench later. But here's Lerma, squares it to Green, tries to play it forward to Chicken Andos, but it's intercepted well by Classy, and now it's Ibe, Jordan Ibe, charging forward. He's like lightning, isn't he? He whips it in a deep ball, just how you like it. Shut up, G. And I'm going to knock it away. Now it's Watt. First time ball over the top for Clough. Clough highlighted before the game. What can he do? He's in across the position, chips it across for cheeky Nando's. Oh, he's put it wide. I think it's hit the defender on the way through. I'm going out for a corner. It has indeed. Right, another highlight. 17 minutes gone. Zoet with a kick towards Sturridge. It's headed over the top of Classy, I want to say that was. And Wilshere does mop up though and does well to find Sancho. He's found Sturridge, who's coming forward now, plays a delightful ball towards Ibe, but it's not that delightful because De Silva read it well, knocks it back to Rajkovic. Rajkovic now storming forward like he's playing FIFA once more. Tries to find Chicken Andos, but it's a loose pass, and Sturridge now. They've got the most injury-prone team going. Sturridge and Wilshere on the same team. What's going on there? Clough plays a delightful ball to De Silva, first time to Watt. Inside to Clough, can he square it again? He can. Lerma. It's about 25 yards out, finds Chicken Andos. He can hit a shot. I think it's deflected and it's gone in, but 1-0. I don't give a crap. It's going to fire us further up the table after a disappointing start. And hopefully now we can go on a bit of a run. I mean, we lost to Newcastle last time out. We were 20th at the time. And I think we went 1-0 up against them as well. So I'm not counting my chickens just yet. But we'll have a clear indication here as to what happened. Yeah, it's a clear deflection. Keeper maybe could have still saved it, but it was wrong-footed. So let's put it down to that. An instant highlight. Velikovic, Wilshere, surprisingly not injured as he kicked that ball. Now it's Masuaku, if that's even how you pronounce it. Sancho bombing forward now, finds Sturridge. He's got a delightful ball to find Schaub, and he just finds him. Oh, I actually thought that was going to be a goal from Ibe, but Rajkovic with the save, caught it. Very surprising. De Silva, it's just funny. I've just seen that Wilshere's like on 71% fitness already. So he probably has just come back from an injury. But now it's Green. Clough to Chicken Andos, plays it through towards Ericsson. Ericsson square it. He has a go himself, the greedy bastard. But then look at this. It's another fail of the week time for Masuaku. The own goal is real for him. And let's have another look at that in an action replay. Gets it hit, but he doesn't get it. Ericsson has a shot, hits the post, then the keeper. And then Masuaku. Did he just kick that somehow against his own leg? Or did he just defy the laws of physics? I'm going to say it's the latter. Right, it's a free kick with Schaub's over it. Has a go from distance. It's into the wall. And then Ibe is mauled by Lerma. And temporarily we had 6-on-1 there. But then all of a sudden just all the Southampton players just emerged from like, I don't know where. But that's a great tackle from Masuaku. And now it's Wilshere. Finds Sancho. Looking for options. And he plays it long straight to Ngueni's face. Who uses said face to get it away. But now it's with Lerma. And now it's Chicken Andos. Across to Watt. He brings it down with his face. But still has the ball. Lerma across the big Ken. Have a go, mate. You don't get many goals. What? Heads it down for Clough, and Clough still can't score. Another highlight though. De Silva. Clough in a crossing position. Plays it in. And Green is there. 3-0. Come on, boys. Surely that's got to be game over. Anthony Green with his first goal of the season. Does the nice little Robbie Keane style cartwheel. Minus the fit that he has afterwards. So yeah. De Silva with a nice throw. Brought down superbly by Clough. He plays it in. First time ball. Slight deflection off the defender from Green. And again, we don't care. We're winning. So that is a fantastic first half. And I'm going to be telling them that I'm very pleased because, you know, we did have a slip against Newcastle. I'm pretty sure I said the same thing last time. And I think one or two players got stressed. So I'm just going to try and avoid that this time round. Right, looks like Wilshere has gone off and Højbjerg's come on as Southampton look to get an attack going. It's blocked though, is the pass from Schaub, I think it was, and that's Green. He's got options if you can find one of them. One of them is Nando's. Cheeky Nando's has put it wide though. Right, so I'm going to try and showcase Marcus Graf for half an hour. He's going to come on for Cheeky Nando's. He's the one who's playing slightly worse out of the two between him and Clough. And then Adam Younes is going to come on for Christian Eriksen, who's looking a bit complacent. So that's the thinking behind that change. Right, 25 minutes to go, and Younes is taking a corner. It's headed away on as far as what? Clough, get a goal, mate. He does. He's back on track now. Clough, normally a big game sort of player, or big goal sort of player. But this time, he's just getting one to make it 4-0. It doesn't really matter as much, but obviously goal difference does matter come the end of the season, perhaps. But yeah, smash it through Zoet. The shot was just too powerful for his hand, I think. Can't really be that disappointed with that goal. Right, is there a chance for Southampton to maybe get a consolation, make it a little bit more a respectable scoreline? It's Cedric at the minute, the right back. He's coming in field. Green with the tackle though. Now Big Ken. He's had a very good game as well. Younes looking for an option. He finds Graf ahead of him. He's charging for now. It looks like he's got about 6 players around him. It only takes one to take it off him though. Still adjusting to life in the Premier League, I think. As Sancho squares it to Classic. Square to Romulo. Chips it over the top for Villalobra. That's the guy who scored that cheeky chip after the massive howler from Ongwene last time. Well, if you saw it, it was on Wednesday. Right, so Veltman's got a back strain, so I've dropped, moved Big Ken into the middle. I've dropped Jefferson Lerma to right back, and then, because he can play, he's competent there, and then Harry Arter's going to come on for Joel Veltman and take over the armband. Yeah, not special there, really. Right, so it looks like in the last 15 seconds this is going to be game over. 4-0, massive result for us to get us back on track. This is the kind of game after losing at Newcastle I was a little bit worried about, but there was no reason to be worried looking at it. I mean, they've got some good players, the most injury-prone team known to man, but we've got a result against them, which is fantastic, and I'm going to tell them just that. I'm going to be passionate. I'm going to tell them that I'm very pleased with the result and the performance, because it was delightful. No one below a 7, including the subs, not including the subs, but yeah, all the first-team starters were brilliant. And that result now sees us lift up to 5th position ahead of Liverpool and Bournemouth. We're still only on 12 points. Goal difference of +8, which is good at this early stage. We've got Man City, Tottenham, Chelsea and Man United, a familiar looking top 4, and we're hoping to obviously break into that. We are 3 points behind 2 of them teams, and the aim this season, of course, as I said at the beginning of the season, is Champions League. If we don't get Champions League, no more life at Leeds. So looking at the next particular live com, and I think I'm going to come back. I'm going to play quite a few games off camera now. I'm going to come back for Ludogorets and West Ham. These particular games here, I think. West Ham, a bit of a bogey team. I think well, they seem to be a bogey team to most people. I think who was it now? There's someone I've been. Yeah, with Martino got game, and I believe Badger as well. They finished like in the top 4. I want to say in the Champions League, so that's pretty good from their point of view. But yeah, we're going to come back. Ludogorets and West Ham, 2 quick games close together at that period of time. So yeah, we're going to come back for that. Hopefully you can join us for it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, why not press that like button? It's always greatly appreciated when you do. It's also appreciated if you were to go ahead and press that subscribe button to keep up to date with everything I'm doing. I've got the fail of the week, soon to be fail of the week, I think, with all the submissions I keep getting, which again I'm greatly appreciative of. Yeah, so keep an eye out for them, and yeah, not long to go perhaps. If we get Champions League, we'll continue for another year. If not, of course, we'll start and start to think to do something else. But yeah, hopefully you can join us for the Ludogorets game and the West Ham game. And until then, I'll see you then. Bye bye.